Welcome to Riverbend Talon on WBGZ. Brought to you by the Halpin Music Company.
Also brought to you by Mr. Matt Van Boers, Macias Insurance, and by Pigpen.
Oh no, do I owe you money for
Yeah,
this?
you do. You owe me money, and
I will gladly pay you Tuesday. No, I won't. I won't have any money then either.
so usually on Thursday nights, Everhart and Light are doing an open mic at Baker's and Hale.
Don't
But
say
yet,
that. I'm getting hungry.
There are guests tonight, so I'm trying to figure out how that happened.
Well, you know, it's the digital world. You know, it's all ones and zeros. You can be anywhere you want to be.
They might be tuning us in as we speak. I don't know.
You can be anything this time
but-
around.
That's Everhart right there, and
And
so
Light is on the other side of Godfrey.
and that's not one of those computer connections. These folks are live right here in the studio.
I thought it was a Zoom. She's real over there? I'm so high. I don't know what's going on. I really thought that was a computer. No. Paul has stayed back at Baker's and Hale
Okay.
to cover the open mic night because whoever they're filling was.
Yeah, because that starts at 6, so it's started.
That's starting right now. So if you want to be at an open mic night tonight, the thing to do, head to Baker's and Hale.
Yeah.
Get you a B&H burger with some bacon jam on it.
Or
good.
some
That's
of the
good
nachos.
stuff. All of it's
They
good.
have a happy hour menu till 6 too, and it's very good.
Oh, that makes me happy, but that's not the voice of Lisa
No,
Everhart.
that's-
Who is that?
Well, that's
Well, she's my real voice. She's the voice
Oh,
behind
stop.
the voice.
That is Sarah Shewmake,
Yeah.
or Sarah Shewmake, as some know
I
her.
call her Shewmakes.
Shewmakes, I like it. Hello there, Miss Shewmake.
Hey, how's it going?
Going all right. Are you playing the part of Paul Light?
No, I'm
She's a butterfly.
here. I'm playing all kinds of hat. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm wearing all kinds of hats these days.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
going to find out all the
I've been
crazy
really-
hats you've been
I've
wearing.
been pretty
as
busy.
herself.
She's a woman to be reckoned with.
She's playing both Paul and Sarah tonight. So
Wow.
Whenever we ask Paul questions, she's going to be like, well, what I think is Star Search is pretty cool. No.
She's a multifaceted gal. We all know where to
Ed
cover.
McMahon touched me in an inappropriate way. No, I don't.
Oh shit!
Easy with the language
Wow, now,
there.
wait a minute.
I thought you were supposed to say like
Total setup by you. So, you know.
I don't know
How
what's
do you get
going
your back
on
on
here.
You're the one with surprises. So.
I don't know what's happening here. I'm just playing the part of Paul best I can. I don't know.
No, because he likes
right.
to dry humor. Let's move on from the dry humor. And
Poor
Yeah.
Paul. All right, hey, you know what we should do? Real quick, before we get to our guests, we have
Love
to
you,
do what we
Papa.
always do on
Yes,
Thursdays
yes.
and tell everyone what's already going on.
Already.
And mention that Alex Honky,
Oh, yeah.
Honky, is
We-
sponsored.
Bye.
Mr. Michael Crider.
Yeah.
Farmers Insurance. Bum, 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 bum.
And Money Shot.
And the band Money Shot,
Yeah.
both. I don't know how he's got the double banger going there, but good for him.
Oh,
my
I know.
unofficial son-in-law.
And he'll tell you if you ask
Very
him.
proud
So.
of you.
Oh, he'll tell us. All right, so let's find out what is happening on this Thursday night in the Riverbend area. We know already the sea shanties is happening. You can go to Morrison's Irish Pub, get really drunk on Irish whiskey, and sing along with the entire pub to some, classical pub songs, I guess.
You drop?
They say that you don't need to know what you're doing. Even if you don't know the songs, you'll know them the second time around because apparently they're very repetitive. So there you go. Also, Hollywood 5 at 7 p.m. tonight at Fast Eddie's Bone Air. We got the acoustic open mic night. That's happening 7 to 11 at the Conservatory. Glad to see those boys got open again. What else we got? We got Gabe Marshall.
Yeah.
New original music. That's happening 7 to 10 p.m. at George's local brew in Jerseyville.
I put that in parentheses so we could talk about how Gabe Marshall has new original music.
All right. Well, I thought it was just
No, that's not a name.
I thought that it was known as Gabe Marshall, new original music.
Sometimes
I don't know.
I put little reminders in there so I make sure to mention that because
Well, let's talk about it then.
well that's what I know.
It's all where you
He's
put
got
the
new original
parentheses.
music, yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what I know.
And we like that. We like when there's new original music.
I'll tell you what I know about.
I
Gabe
heard
Marshall.
Everhart and Light's got new original music.
Well, that could be. I saw a couple of logos flashed up the other day. Several of them that included Miss Everhart over there. So we're gonna
Did you mention Gabe Marshall was at George's local brew in Jerseyville?
Yeah, but we
Okay.
didn't mention it's probably too chilly for him to be on the roof yet. But man, I'm looking forward to that
Yeah.
rooftop opening back up. What else we got on Thursday?
Dave Callagher at 6 o'clock at Big Daddy's. Sorry, 6 to 9 in Edwardsville. Mo Pleasure at Patrick's in Granite City. Dave Horton celebrating his birthday at the Prairie Inn in Dorsey.
Yeah, my buddy Pat Liston's playing at Copper Fire in Belleville every Thursday, 7 p.m. Got a steady gig going on there.
Yeah, they filled it up for May, it looks like, so you're right.
Very nice. Good for you, Mr. Pat. Why don't you bring your brother Danny over to be part of that?
They got a Liston Brothers private party coming up. You can just book them for a private party.
There you go, man. It's a blue mist, baby.
Go ahead.
All right, what else we got?
Book 'em.
Shotgun Creek. You know what? I'm going to book Danny and Pat, but not the rest of the band now.
Okay.
I don't want Mama's Pride. I just want the Liston Brothers now. Okay. I want Shotgun Creek. They're happening tonight, 7 to 10 p.m. at Silver Creek Saloon in Belleville, Illinois.
That's it.
That's your Thursday night in
That
the
we found.
River Bend area.
Yeah, and we could be wrong.
Well, we could be wrong. I usually am.
The ever-changing scene.
It's growing. It's getting bigger. You know, there was a time where we couldn't even fill one page back a few months ago. So there you go.
I don't know if we got that slow. Did it?
Because
Because we do 3 days.
I'm
so.
being dramatic.
Okay, well.
Drama.
Well, it kind of, we cover a lot of information, so. That's all
I
I'm
make
saying.
up most of my information as I go along. I don't know about covering anything, but I say a lot of weirdness. Did we talk about Ed McMahon yet? I'll forget that. All right, let's. So we've got Lisa Everhart and Sarah Shewmake in with us tonight. Of course, you know Sarah Shewmake. I don't know, you've been on the show half a dozen times with us through the years, and Lisa rejoining us again for the second time. You were on with Everhart and Light. Who's this Light guy? Paul Light. Too good to show up. No,
That's Bud's brother.
that's Bud's brother, huh? Bud Light's got a brother, Paul Light.
He's
So
probably
that-
drinking those Bud Lights tonight.
Drinking with his brother.
So that is your husband, and
Yes.
you guys together make Everhart and Light.
That is correct.
However, there's been some changes going on with Everhart and Light. Is this correct?
Well, we are both songwriters, and when we came together 12 years ago, married 10, I know, right? We came together and we wrote songs together, and now we're branching off to because we both wrote songs before we came together. So now we're coming back into ourselves with each other.
Could you say that again, just slower and more sultry? I need a minute to suck it all in.
So that's why, the logos the recent logos that I've put on Facebook are a representation of our upcoming EP, original 4 songs of my songs, and I co-wrote a song, Butterfly, with Sarah Shewmakes, and it is our title. What do you call it? The
Title track?
The title track of our EP, and it will be released. Within weeks.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're
Really?
done.
Okay.
Yes, done recording.
The new logos are a representation of the artwork that we're having put together for our front and back cover, and representing singer-songwriter, and trying to bring the hub of songwriting to this area, to the Riverbend area.
So now, in the past, Everhart and Light has just been the two of you?
It's always been the two of us.
But now, you've added some members, right? And you've added
Well,
bulked up a little bit?
we've always had a lot of members. We've always had our list of people. There's a lot of Everhart and Light band members.
A rotating cast.
And we're
It
very
is,
blessed to know and play with each and every one of them. We love them all. And we love to write with other writers. We love to play with other players. That's why we host the open mic every Thursday at Baker and Hale, to bring in people of all ages, young and old, and come. Even if you have never sang with your own instrument, tell the band that is there what song it is you want to do. Act like it's karaoke.
And they do it.
And we'll be your live karaoke every Thursday at
It's
Baker and
super
Hale.
fun.
There you go, a human jukebox right there.
It really is. It's one of the few open mics that I've gone to where there's a full band just kind of, you want us here or not? Okay, what song? Boom. And they're all right there. It's super fun.
Actually, I should really give the credit to my husband then, Paul Light, because he knows every song. It doesn't matter what year. It could be like 1910. He knows it. It was a
Play
commercial.
some Perez for me.
He's the Paul Schaefer of the Riverbend.
Right. right.
Again, we're going back to the whole Ed McMahon thing here. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know.
So after we release our Butterfly EP Volume 1, actually Paul is coming up right behind me to do his 4-song original song release.
Okay.
Which I'll also be a guest player on, like I let him be a player on mine. Sharing the love. And we're going to continue volume 1, 2, 3. I don't know what his will be called. Probably not Butterfly.
And really, we kind of put Butterfly together when we were in the studio the first round of recording. She had this little song, and we just started writing it while we were in the studio. And then
there
here it is, yeah, and it's
it
all
grew
done
before our eyes.
Yeah, and I've gone to the studio 4 times with you now, and each time it's with different musicians. So there's been a ton of different musicians that have played on this album. So it's.
So the goal is to have different artists come in on every volume 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., and have different area players come in, friends and people that are friends to become that we haven't met yet. There's so much local talent, and we see that at the open mics. And we want to give people an opportunity to co-write, record, and release 4-song EPs. Butterfly EP Volume 1 coming soon.
There you go. And you said like in a couple weeks you think it's going to be out,
I would
right?
say like 3 weeks.
So the recording's done, mastering's done, just waiting on artwork?
Mastering, we're just waiting.
Mastering.
That's the step
Mastering
we're on now.
and artwork, but we're almost there.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. And where did you record this EP?
Sawhorse Studios in St. Louis with Chris Turnbaugh.
There you go,
he's the
Sawhorse
man.
Studios. And how long, since you're bringing in different players, it's not like a band, you book time and you go, hey, we're all going to be there for this. You're bringing in all these different players. How does that work with booking the time? Did that make it a little,
We book
difficult?
time. No, we book time just like you said, but we just rehearse at my house and get it all lined up so that when we go in there, we could boom, 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 get it done.
And you already had in mind, you had already been playing with the players you wanted on each.
Oh, yes. You already have the arrangements, already have it ready to go.
Gotcha.
Because some of these releases will be live performance. They won't all be in the studio. We want to do some maybe live video or I think over at Lighthouse Sounds, they do recordings with a video.
Yep.
Maybe something like that. I also I love live recordings, live performance recording.
Yeah.
From my 12 years with my husband, that's what he is his forte is, and it is what has heightened me in my musicalities. Yeah. That's why we're still married, okay?
Something's got to keep it together. So how did you go about? There's so many musicians. I mean, for the size of Alton, the amount of people, the population, we've got as many great musicians as they do over in St. Louis, a much larger city in populations. How is it that you determine who it is you're bringing in? Is it because somebody, you watch somebody play and go, he would be good on that song, or she would be great at that song, or is it just kind of jamming and deciding you want to play with somebody?
Did I stalk you?
A little, but I was kind of wanting it. So Sarah had yeah. So last November, I kind of had a bombshell dropped on me when my Girls and the Dead Roses left the band. And at that time, I went out and I saw Lisa play. You were playing with Anthony Hall and Mikey that night, and E-Boy, I believe, on drums. And down at Maryland's, and I went down, and you're like, hey, I told you what happened, and you were like, come over to my house, play some music. And I'm like, I'm not feeling real musical these days, And she's like, just come over. So I come over, and she had her whole band there. And at that time, I hadn't played with the band in about a month, and that's really rare for me because I've been in bands for like 20 years. And oh my God, it was so much fun. I just had so much fun. And then I started writing with Lisa and looking at her songs, and she's like, I want you to sing these 2 songs. And for somebody to give you their original music and be like, you be the lead singer on this, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to do here. Because I can't give her exactly her, I'm going to have to throw a little bit of me on there. And these songs were so low in my register. I actually took voice lessons for about 3 months to get my voice to do these things on this album.
Wow.
Yeah. And then, so we went in the first time and did Pale Blue World and Round the Bend. And then we started writing Butterfly where we were in there. And we're like, okay, we're going back in.
Immediately.
And I mean, really, just Lisa, I just can't. I mean, thank you enough. She picked me up. She was like the light at the end of my tunnel. I wasn't doing anything, and she like pushed me to keep making music and pushed me to still do my own thing, and which is exciting because I just replaced everybody in the Dead Roses with a brand new lineup, and
Really? Got a whole new lineup, huh?
I did.
So tell us about the new lineup.
Well, you're going to see some of them up on stage with me at Trinity Fest. I'm doing the Set Break Sarahs with Miss Sarah McGibney, of course.
Yeah.
And we decided to bring in some company, so we called Bruce McLaughlin, who's been my drummer in every band I've had, from Tipsy Gypsy to Dead Roses. He played on my album. And then we called Jen Hayden, the fiddle player for Tipsy Gypsy.
Jen.
We got her. And then we were practicing. I was like, I need a bass. I need a bass player. Lo and behold, I find little Tony Taul. I call him Little Tony. He was my ring bearer in my wedding. Little Anthony
Nice.
Taul. He
Nice.
plays in Nico. So I got him playing bass, and so me, Bruce, and Tony are going to be the new Dead Roses, and we have about 6 gigs lined up, and they're going into the studio with me at Sawhorse July 18th to finish the Dead Roses album, which will be called The Reckoning.
Oh, The Reckoning.
Yay.
Huh? I feel like I've heard one of those before.
I've got some reckoning to do.
It seems like that shirt there reminds me of The Reckoning.
She has the best shirts. I love her shirts.
Everybody says that. All your concert shirts are badass.
So there you go. Breaking news right here on
Yeah,
what
this is the
station are you
first
on?
time.
107.1.
Nice.
This is the first time I've really talked about it, and yeah, I told the guys, I was like, okay, you better be sure, because here we go. And they're like, they're so on board with what I'm doing. They're so on board to make music. Tony is amazing. He like to jump around, throws himself down, rips his shirt off. I'm like, yes, do that. I need that.
Nice.
And then Bruce, you know, me and him, we've just locked in for years now, and I love to have him back. He sings too. Tony sings. There's going to be a new sound coming, but I'm really freaking excited about it.
Nice.
So.
Very nice. All right. So new Dead Roses lineup, new Everhart and Light, and new CD coming out from you, it sounds like. Are you
Yeah.
heading into the studio to
July
start
18th.
on
Yep.
July? There you go.
Yep.
And on your end, it's already done,
ready
recorded,
to
mastered,
release.
just waiting for someone to hand over some CDs or something, right?
I tell you what, if it wasn't for this lady, I never would have even thought that this was possible and put it back together. She has been my rock through a lot of this. I was so thrilled that she asked me to do this project with her. I loved every second of it.
It's the most exciting project that I've ever done, and it's
Oh, we had fun.
it's my fourth recording project with a release and of original music.
Yeah.
But it's my first EP. Everything else has been like the full, like CD. I'm excited about this, and I'm excited to keep continuing to release 4 songs at a time. We could do it faster because Paul writes too. I write. I love to bring writers together. And you said, how do I find the players? Isn't it funny how when a song takes a life form, you just have to sit back. It comes to it. You don't have to really do much but keep working on that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so as you work on the song, it comes to life, and you just picture the person you would like to have on it and start stalking them. Is that what I understand?
That's what happened to me.
Only if they like Fireball.
You know, I'm your Huckleberry there.
So let's talk about some of the other players. You said there's a lot of, you got 4 songs.
Okay,
4
so
songs.
yes, okay, so on 2 of them, here's the lineup. It's young Jackson Hallquist on drums. He's 22. Young Michael Johnson on guitar, and he's 20. And then old Lisa Everhart, me on the piano and organ. And when I say piano and organ, I'm talking the baby grand piano at the studio and the B3 with the Leslie.
Nice, very nice.
Mikey Lowenstein on bass, and my husband Paul Light on the harmonies and bass on a couple songs. Mikey played on the other bass on the other songs, and then the Sarah Shewmakes on the lead vocal.
And mandolin.
Mandolin. Did you play guitar on this too?
No, just mandolin.
Well, she plays guitar on them live when we play them live.
I did, yes.
Yes. And then so think of it like this. You have 2 sides to a vinyl record, 2 songs per side. I want to have 2 different lineups per side.
So that's,
Even if I have the same singers, but I'm just saying
Right.
it leaves room for to let it build and grow. So guess what? The other lineup is the Graham Band.
Oh, yeah.
Graham Pagano on guitar and vocals, Aaron McCoy on drums and harmony, my husband Paul on bass and harmonies, Sarah Shewmake on harmony, and the mandolin, me on the piano, and Suddenly, which is the second runner-up on the Butterfly EP. He did a fantastic job, and then they also backed us up on Butterfly, our original.
I got
that
all
we
their,
co-wrote.
yeah,
Yes.
Graham, Aaron, Paul, and I all harmonized on Butterfly.
And
It's-
Graham
yeah,
Pagano's
and Suddenly, too.
grandson, Sam Ford, plays the lead guitar solo on Butterfly.
Okay, so Graham brings Sam, and Sam didn't ever heard any of these songs. He hadn't been to practice or anything. And we're like, Butterfly needs a kick-ass guitar solo. And we look at Sam, we're like, hey. He's like, heck yeah. So we give him this flying V
He put
guitar.
his
that's
pizza down and everything.
Oh, yeah, this flying V guitar. It was for sale, actually. It was some dudes that saw her. So they give him that, and then we turn him loose in the booth. He did like 20 takes or something. He just wouldn't get out of there. I mean, and he sounded, I would have taken all those takes. He did a great job.
Right, it
he
wasn't
really
like-
wrapped that song up nicely. I was just like, oh my God, I thought this was a folk song at first, and now it's all ring. I was like, yes.
He brought it
go.
on.
Yeah.
Now I don't know some of the people. Jackson on drums you're talking about. Now is he from a local band?
Well, let's see. He's more of a, I think, a jazz-oriented player. He's from Edwardsville, and I
He's
think he
very
went to-
young. He's like 22.
He's very, very fun to play with. Very original. I would say original jazz fusion is what I tell him.
All right. How did you come across him? If he doesn't play with the
gosh.
band.
Well, how did I? Shez
You
Maryland.
introduced
Shea
him to me.
Maryland. I call it Shez. Shea Maryland's. I think he came in there when.
All right, you were doing open mics. Probably
Was it open
down
mic?
there,
Well,
yeah.
no, actually, I think it was a Everhart and Light band was playing. I don't think we did a. Maybe we did. I guess we do open mics.
Well, I was sitting here thinking the whole time about this list of musicians, and you guys have been doing open mics now, not just at Baker's and Hale's, which have been going on for a while, but before that, Shea Maryland's and other places.
You just have to find that home
I
base.
think Jacoby's you
to
did for a
bring it-
while.
Well,
right?
Jacoby ended up. Yes, except for because of the COVID. That's postponed, but it's
Right.
getting worked out.
But we
and,
talk
yeah.
all the time about people who are wanting to get involved, and I know Sarah does a lot of open mics too, that a lot of times you go to an open mic, great things come out of open mics. Other bands, other gigs, because you meet musicians maybe
So
not
many.
busy that night, and they tell you about another place or whatever, right?
Yeah,
So
we'll be rescheduling with Joshua Grassley, and also I would love to do like a double Butterfly release because, well, I better just zip it, but there might be some news coming up with another local-ish songwriter.
So, and you guys mentioned that you played some of these live at the
Yes.
open mics.
Yes.
Yeah, so there you go. You get a chance to play them live too.
You'll hear it at Trinity Fest too. They play 7:20. You play at Trinity Fest on
7:20,
Friday, and 7:20 Friday Trinity Fest, and then it's really funny. I was like, put my original songs that you want me to sing at the beginning because I got to play right after you, clear across the field on another stage with the Set Breaks Air. So you'll see me twice that night on that stage, and then directly over at that
But
stage.
you've got one of those, what is that pogo stick?
A pogo stick?
You'll be fine. You'll get there.
She knows I have a pogo stick, an old one from when I was a kid, and I do pretty good on it. She
Nice.
had me going. She's like, you need to do that everywhere you go. So yeah, I'll just hop off Trinity Fest stage.
Heading off to work,
Yep,
hon. Give me
bye.
one.
We were in her
That would be
garage and it was
funny.
hanging on, you know how you hang your old stuff up on the garage? I was like, oh my gosh, is that? I like had a flashback in time. And I was like, can you still do it? She did. She was all, I was like, okay, that's enough now. She's like down the street, a mile later.
That's awesome, man. I still take a hippity hop everywhere I go. It's not a big deal.
I like toys.
I like toys too.
Well, Everhart and Light, though, we were also, besides the Bakers and Hale every Thursday and the Trinity thing, we've been doing a little rotation over there at Chubby's in Alton
Right, yeah.
on Sundays, I think that's when we normally, and then there's a Brighton picnic coming up. We'll be playing at that, and a class reunion of Alton High School class of
1973.
6.
1973 Medicare party.
Thank you. It is it.
June 23rd.
See, I thought y'all were
The Brighton
younger.
picnic is June 19th,
Looking forward
right?
to it. Yes.
And then the Chubbies, that's the same weekend as Trinity's, right?
Yes, it's gonna be a long weekend.
Yeah. Are you playing both Saturday and Sunday at Chubbies? Because there were two listed.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so you're playing Saturday and Sunday at Chubbies on the weekend of the 14th, 15th, and 16th. 14th at Trinity Riverfest, 7:20. And then Chubby's both Saturday and Sunday that weekend. That is busy.
That is a
That
busy
is a
weekend.
double header at Chubby's. Wait a minute.
I think one's like 3 in the afternoon on Sunday. I forget what time
And
Saturday.
hopefully we'll have our Butterfly EP Volume 1 in my hand for everybody to...
Cool, I'll come sing.
And we'll have our
I've been invading
merchandise.
their gigs,
Oh,
too.
yeah, like our logos. I was just saying real quick, because I was saying all the logos that I've been posting, it has to do with what the artwork is going to be for the front and back cover of the Butterfly. And when you're a singer-songwriter, you stand alone. And so that's what, you showcase that and you highlight that. So if you're a singer-songwriter, get a hold of me.
Yeah, it's real easy. Just go to an open mic at Baker's and Hale.
There you
on
go.
Thursday nights from 6 to 10?
Did you just say I'm easy?
No, it's
That's
easy to
what
get
I
a hold
heard.
of you. But
I heard
of course,
say-
he heard that.
That's
but
what I heard. All I remember right now is She's Easy and Double Header at Chubby's, which was a movie I watched.
It just depends on who you talk to.
And I wanted to say I'll be at the Pump House June 5th from 5 to 9. I'm just going to have Bruce with me that night.
Chubby's, the Pump House. What's with these names?
Right? But then I'll be at July 10th, I'll be at the Conservatory with the full Dead Roses Band, and that'll be our first
Nice.
official gig together.
Right on,
And then we play Evangelines off Euclid July 15th. And then again on August 13th over there off Euclid. And then September 26th, I'm going to Steve Ewing's hot dog stand to close out his summer series. So I'll have all the Dead Roses out there too.
Excellent.
So we're, here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Put your game face on. Let's go.
So where can folks keep up with Sarah Shewmake on social media and stuff?
Oh, well, you can always go to the Dead Roses page,
Okay.
and then you can find me. I'm listed as Sarah Springman
Right.
Shewmake.
Right.
And she has a brand new logo coming out that I don't
I
think
do.
you've posted it yet, right?
I have not yet. I've just been kind of waiting. I didn't know what was going to happen with the Dead Roses either, because all this stuff just really came about in the last month. It was like, boom, the CD's done. Boom, I have new Dead Roses. Boom, I need photo shoots and websites and everything's going through my head, the Dead Roses was a business. I ran that thing like a business. It's a trademarked name. Everything's under my name at this point, and I'm just running with it. I believe it's a money-making band. We got our name out there, and I believe there's still good times and music to be made with the group I've got. So here we go.
Always good times ahead, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of good times ahead, what's going on this weekend that's going to be some good times?
Well, there's emerging artists in this town. And
I
Friday
heard
night,
that.
there's a big deal about that down at Jacoby's.
What is
It's
happening,
an
man?
emerging artist opening reception. Michael Schneider and guest artist Jenna Kristen Carlisle.
I think that's henna.
Is it?
No, I don't know.
It might be.
Depends on which side of the border she comes from, I guess.
Well, however you read it, Pigpen, that's usually what we go with. Right?
Henna. No,
Right.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Anyways, the opening takes place at Jacoby's from 6 to 8, and then the after party is going to be down at the conservatory
That's right.
Friday
There you go.
night. And a touring artist from the River Kittens, Maddie Shell,
Oh,
is
nice.
supposedly going to perform that
That is
night.
great.
Well, there you go. Excellent.
Right? That's Friday night.
That is happening this Friday night, May 7th. Also happening Friday night. What do we got? Pianos with Ian Taul and Gary Kuper, which that's not the Gary Cooper from like when I was a kid, I don't think, but I don't know.
He's a drummer. He's a drummer.
Gary Cooper on drums and guest Jason McAtee, 9 p.m. at the Ragin Cajun.
You cannot go wrong with
Piano
Jason.
bar.
And there may be an open mic before that, but they usually have that open mic on Friday nights. But I thought, well, maybe they're changing it up this week. So
Yeah, or maybe they're doing both.
because the open mic's usually at 6.
Yeah, so this is not happening till 9, so it's probably right after the open mic. Also happening Friday night, Nate Sickmeier and Company, 2 to 6 p.m., and then Whiskey Dixon, 7 p.m. at Fast Eddie's Bon Air. Matt Taul, 7 to 10 p.m. at the Lodge at Lovejoy, which is a pretty cool place, and the weather's going to be excellent for that.
Yep, they're back outside there.
Yeah, we got Money Shot. Who do we know in that band?
Oh yeah, Alex's sponsor, keeping him off the alcohol.
Michael Crider.
Right.
There you go. Money Shot, 7 p.m. in the sports bar at Bluff City Grill.
That's Farmers Insurance agent Michael Crider. Right?
I tell you what, Bluff City Grill got pretty good crab cakes for being this far from an ocean. That's all I'm going to say. I'm a fan of crab cakes, but usually I like to get them when I'm like real close to it.
Right.
I don't know what they're doing up there, but they must have a plane
Direct
flying
flight.
it in.
Yeah.
There you go. Also, Friday night, Big George and the NGK band. Talk about some killers.
Yep.
7 to 11 p.m. out of Baker's and Hale.
Their
Farm to
weekend,
table food.
Their weekend at Baker's and Hale is just off the charts.
The farm to table food alone is enough.
Yeah.
Wait till you see what's coming Saturday and Sunday. But back to Friday.
All right. Let's
Lanny and Julie, 6 to 9 at Big Daddy's in Edwardsville. Midlife, 7 to 10 at the Outlet at Edisons in Edwardsville. Dave Horton, 7 o'clock at the Moose in Edwardsville. The Rockin' Horse Trio, 7 o'clock at the Cabin at Judy Creek and Glen Carbon. Down and Dirty doing Friday and Saturday night at Patrick's, starting at 9:30, going to 1 a.m. down in Granite City. Rock Bottom, 8 o'clock at Deutz Village Inn and Pontoon Beach and at Deutz Village Inn. If you do Friday, you do Saturday, so Rock Bottom will be back Saturday. Dustin Coleman, 7 to 10 at George's Local Brew in Jerseyville. The Soulard Blues Band, 6 o'clock at the Loading
Nice.
Dock in Grafton, and that's John Mondin now.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Nice.
John Mondin in that band.
Mondine.
Back in that band, right?
Jean Mondine.
Yeah, Jonathan Baker, 3 o'clock at Aries in Grafton. Let's see. Jeremy Drake, Dale Papp, and Scott Marlin bring a cooler, a chair, and good vibes. 6 to
Right.
11 at the Barn Jam in Marine, Illinois.
The
Right.
Barn Jam.
Right.
Yeah. So bring a cooler, a chair, and good vibes. I think I have all those things at home.
Yeah,
I'm going to go check.
and you get to go to Marine.
There you go. Then we got that's Saturday. That's
well,
it
yeah.
for Friday. Yeah, wow.
We can talk about
I almost
Saturday.
started to go right into Saturday without saying,
Well, why
on
not?
Friday.
Let's do it. You know, because the Alton Farmers and Artisans Market is in the morning from 8 to 12. Sometimes there's music there, sometimes other things. So it's artisans, right? So
You know what? That just made me think. What's the one down there? Jacoby's in the Pocket Park every year.
yeah, that's coming up too.
I think it's tonight. I think Hookie might be there tonight.
June 3rd, I think.
June
June
3rd.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
maybe I got my dates wrong. Then. That
I
might-
do
okay.
research on stuff.
I make it up as I go along.
I
I just-
actually looked that stuff up. just
Yeah,
so you
well,
know.
yeah, I don't. It's crazy. You, sir, are a journalist, and I am a jackass, and that's that. And there we go. Now we know our roles.
Anyway, so that's at the corner of Landmarks Boulevard and Henry in downtown Alton. There's a whole list of all this stuff at a website.
Which
That-
website?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Pornhub?
That's where I'm reading it from.
Cottonmouth.org.
Hey, congratulations once again to Troy Taylor. Every single one of these events have been sold out.
At $44 a pop. He
I
just
know.
sells out every week.
Right, another dinner
for
and
him.
spirits. We'll just say congratulations and move on.
Move
You can't
on.
go.
Good job, Troy. Way to keep selling them out. Next week we'll say the same thing. Troy sold out another one, $44. Good for him. He ought to loan me some money. That's what I think.
The Mad Bailey's back to work on Saturday nights down at the lodge at Lovejoy and Alton. You know that last week they had the derby parties all over downtown Alton. So a little different last weekend, but they're back at it this Saturday.
They're great.
It was super fun. We were down there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're
that was
great.
fun.
Yeah? What kind of stuff happened?
We saw Stubblefield.
Oh,
I was down
nice.
hanging
Yeah,
outside
that's right,
Firehouse.
Stubblefield.
Yeah, so
I
watched
heard they had a
Stubblefield.
pretty good set and sort of mixed up a lot of.
They did, yeah. And
Played some things you might not expect to hear
and
from
he
him.
played an extra hour, too.
Excellent, yeah.
Yeah,
I-
so
I
I
was-
was down there. I didn't make it to the timeout band, but I knew there was another band.
Yeah.
They were
I
Mad
fantastic.
didn't
Band
make it
Voorhis.
to either one, but I did hear a lot of good things
They
about
were
the set
great.
that they played
They were
down
Yeah, it was
there.
fun.
So
Including Matt Van Forest,
Matt
of
Van
Macias
Voorhis,
Insurance, our sponsor,
Yep.
along with Halpin Music.
he insures all my valuables, and I make lots of claims.
So we got another mention in there.
There you go.
Move along.
And if you want Matt to come to your house and sell you insurance, always ask him to bring a guitar and play some songs.
Yeah.
I won't buy insurance unless you play 2-3 songs
What a
for me.
fabulous idea. That is a great idea.
I think it's a great idea.
Matt right now is like, I am so done sponsoring you.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm done.
Yeah, he's definitely.
And canceling your insurance? I'm done. Without telling you.
We chased him off Facebook already. So anyways. Naked
man.
Soul 2 to 6, Whiskey Dixon 7 o'clock at Fast Eddie's, pianos again at Ragin Cajun Saturday night. Jay Wash, Peg Kirby, and guess who on drums? Gary Kuper. He does a lot of drumming down there at Ragin Cajun.
Just like Gary Cooper,
That's at
super
9 o'clock.
duper.
Out at Third Shoot.
It's like a black and white movie.
It is.
I don't. And going on in my head, it's always a black and white movie till the colors appear.
It's not that kind of party.
I bet it is. I
Speak
bet.
for yourself. I don't know what you're doing on that side of the table, but over here things are weird, man. So, all right, what
Come
else
on
we
down
got?
there.
Oh yeah, back to Saturday, which if you flip the page, is another whole page and a half coming. So.
Oh, geez, almighty.
Yeah.
A walk on.
Walk on at Third Shoot in Alton, right? They always have live music at Morrison's Irish Pub. And check their website to see who's down there. Cricket and the Grilled Avocado at 6 o'clock at Chubby's at Alton on Saturday. So that's cool.
That'd be a good one to see.
Okay, remember that weekend I was telling you about out at Baker's and Hale?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, now we're into Saturday. Rogers and Neen House, 7 to 11.
Those boys can pick.
Yes.
Yeah,
They know their way around a fretboard.
You know, and
Right.
Doug Bush does a lot of work on that Trinity Festival.
Yeah, he does.
Puts a lot of effort into that.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bushfest.
Anthony Nanny and Jay Hollinger, 7 to 11 at Locke's Brick House in Bethalto on Saturday. I want you to do this one because you always mess it
Where
up.
are we at? Garcia
No,
Harrison.
See, you always mess it up.
That's
Gracia.
Gracia. If I see those
I know.
letters, I
know.
I'm dyslexic.
know.
I mean,
No, you're Jerry Garcia.
I have
That's what happens.
I have Jerome Garcia in my head. And if the right letters are there, I'm just going to say Garcia. Yeah, Gracia Harrison, 4 p.m. and then Trixie Delight, 9 p.m. at the Pump House in Wood River.
Yep. Flip the Frog, 7 to 11 at Whiskey Creek Incorporated in New Delhi, Illinois.
I was doing some frog flipping this weekend.
Yeah.
I was flipping them right over my fence.
That's my shirt this week, the Flip the Frog
Flip
shirt.
the frog. They were calling me a frog chucker, but I wanted to be called a frog flipper just because of, Although that's a pig pile. What
Yeah,
is that? Yeah.
Jody Grinder is what you're
Jody
trying
Grinder.
to say. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get you one
He
day,
gave
Jody.
you the name Pig Pile. And he said it was fine that you use it.
I'm gonna get
Yeah,
you
he's
one
totally
day.
cool with you
Yeah.
using that name.
You have a lot of
Great.
nicknames.
I am
He does.
known by many names. Oh, for that little.
Oh, I knew you were
I like
going
meet
there.
people that don't realize they're one and the same.
Mm.
I mean,
I try to like fog. I try to be elusive so no one can ever.
Who was
I'm
it?
like,
Somebody
do you
was
know-
talking.
Yeah, like, do you know Pigpen? No, but I know Scrappy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was so funny. It was Kurt Copeland, I think. He was saying, "Oh, I'm going to be on the radio. Scrappy is going to be there, and Pigpen." And I was just, I was like, really, tell them both hi for me.
And Eddie and
I want a
South
T-shirt made.
Antigua. Yeah.
I want a T-shirt made that says with a picture of you on the front. It says Pigpen, and then on the back is a picture of you. It says Scrappy.
And a South Antigua shirt. And Eddie shirt.
Look,
And what was that girl band you were in?
my cousin.
You were the leader of
That was Half Pint. The
Half
Prairie
Pint.
Girls.
Yeah, we got to go with Half Pint. You were him.
And she's got my nephew Stewie Pantago on her album, so his Uncle Saul's so proud of him. Oh, you're a good boy, Stewie. And
One
then
band you're not in, Pig Pile, is Flip the Frog.
I never will be. Jody Grinder don't like me. Jody Grinder flips frogs at me when I see him. Hey, Jody, I'm gonna flip a frog at you too.
Yes, indeed.
What else we got going on?
Oh, yeah, we were talking about Saturday night, yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Our
anymore.
sponsor for Money Shot.
Yeah, yay.
Actually, Alex's sponsor.
Yeah, not my sponsor.
Yeah, he's our. He's
I tried to get him to sponsor me. He's like, I don't like you, but
Yeah.
but your engineer's he's cute.
Yeah.
He's cute.
Oh, man, Mike's going to get you.
Yeah, right now, Mike's like, I never said that.
Yep,
I'm
there
a
goes.
man.
Okay, so we're down 2 sponsors from this broadcast.
Who do I need to get rid of next? Let's talk about Halpin music now.
So we're talking about Mike Crider from Farmers Insurance.
Bum, 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 bum,
I thought you were
bum.
talking about Jake.
Probably won't be sponsoring us beyond May now, but his band Money Shot, 9 o'clock at the American Legion in Kane, Illinois.
That's a pretty regular gig for them. They're
Yeah.
hitting Kane pretty often up there.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
for
you know,
them.
not so many people know about that yet.
Not too many people know about Kane. You're on your way from Jerseyville to Carrollton, you blink and you miss it.
Miss it, yeah.
it's
Right,
just-
which is another reason he's going to drop our sponsorship. You guys are telling too many people about all my gigs, and now I'm losing them. Got competition out there. No, it's great to have these many bands playing. Look at this
Yes,
list.
absolutely.
I mean, we're like a third of the way through this page
I'm
for Saturday.
I am impressed.
Okay, let's impress ourselves with Grafton then. The
What do we
track
got?
band, 3 to 7 at Grafton Winery. Kickstart, 8 o'clock at the Hog Pit in Grafton. NGK, 5 o'clock at the Loading Dock in Grafton. Hookie, 7 o'clock at the Oyster Bar in Grafton. Boulder Dash, 2 to 6 at Grafton Pub.
Love it.
That's all Saturday.
That's a lot of Grafton right there.
And you can take the bus up there, right, to the other third shoot.
Yeah, you can just jump on the bus at Third Shoot Deuce out there in Forkyville.
Right.
Go down to Grafton.
Which is where Walk On will be.
Get wasted in Grafton and then take a bus back to Third Shoot.
Yeah, except I don't know if they run that. When do they start running that bus?
Let's just tell people it's now. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it won't matter.
I'm not going to have to give them a
No.
ride unless they got my number.
Right.
So, and they painted the bus up too.
I seen it the other day. It looks great. I thought you were on it for a minute.
I'm going to sneak in late at night and just paint further across the top
Yeah.
and leave the rest alone.
Well, they go to West Alton. That's pretty further.
That is further than the other places. Farther
Yeah.
is a place, further is a bus, just so we know.
Back to Saturday's action around the river bend. The Owls, 6 to 10 at Wild Pickens Winery in Chesterfield.
Nice place to be on a beautiful day.
Fireside, 8:30 p.m. at Strain Home in Hardin. That's former members of Intrusion.
Intrusion,
right?
Right?
Yeah.
Straight home in Hardin. Could that be the former Big Owls? Man, what a-
Yeah, I think it is.
I was going to say, there's only a couple of bar buildings I know there if
Yeah.
they didn't build a new one, and Big Owls is the place. Or
I believe
it was
it
in the
is.
1980s anyway. I don't know about now.
You know, because Jacob Poland's in that band.
Yeah.
And I believe his
He's in
father
every-
commented on playing there, too.
There you go.
So that would be.
Jacob's in like 8 bands every time I talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. That is Fireside at Straight Home in Hardin, Illinois.
Keep going.
Okay. Oh, here we go. I love this one. Pussycat and the Swallowtails.
Right.
I love that band name. 8 p.m. at the Back Bar in Edwardsville. Nice job naming your band, Pussycat. Who else we got there? Jim Ash, 6 p.m. at Reese's Brewery in Edwardsville. Dave Horton's back at it, 2 p.m. at the Foundry in Edwardsville. Somebody's going to be at the cabin at Judy Creek. I don't
Hopefully.
know.
We'll see. Yeah.
Somebody will be there. Just trust me.
Scott Marlin, 7 to 10 on the patio at Red Bar in Collinsville. Down and Dirty back on Saturday night at Patrick's in Granite City, and Rock Bottom back on Saturday night at Deutz Village Inn in Pontoon Beach. Lanny and Julie up at the camp station in Staunton, decades apart. Up in Staunton as well, 8 o'clock at Rooster's Pub. Shotgun Creek, that bottoms up on Main and Jamestown. They always get on me if I don't get their gigs on there.
All right.
Which I like. 100%. I mean, remind me, please.
Don't be slacking.
A lot of stuff out there. Like Jonathan Baker, 2 o'clock at the Boathouse in St. Charles, Missouri.
There we go.
Which isn't as far as you'd think. Just across a river. Yeah. Cool
Jonathan
little place.
Baker.
Mm-hmm.
There
And
you go.
Ferry.
that's Saturday. Just seemed like we did Saturday for a long time.
It felt like it went on for a while. Anything going on Sunday?
Oh, just a few gigs. I mean, you know.
Because we got, we're running out of time here, and I'm not done.
We
I
got
stuff
time.
to say.
We got time. Actually,
Speak your mind.
We're way ahead of schedule for us.
We're going to go at least 10 minutes over because I don't even know.
Yeah.
Let's just keep going with Sunday.
So we are talking for folks who just joined us to Everhart and Light.
Well, we're talking to
And
Everhart.
Sarah
Light didn't
Shewmake.
show up.
Well, I'm
Apparently,
trying to-
I got a little too handsy at the last time he came. I don't know. Whatever.
Sarah
been
Springman
drinking.
Shewmake.
That's me.
That's like really her name. We call her Shewmake.
Shewmake.
Or Shewmix, I hear.
It sounds like a ninja
Shewmake.
or something.
Shemake.
I'm Sarah Shewmake.
Sounds like something you yell when you're on fire.
Or something they might serve at an Oriental restaurant.
Right.
It sounds good. I'd take some with soy
I think
sauce.
so.
Well, they did. Didn't Justin Level name a drink after you down at the conservatory?
Oh, it's the Dead Rose drink. It's
Nice.
very good. It is a rum drink, and oh my gosh, it'll get you like seriously messed
Now
up.
he needs to make
I
a drink
drank
called Shemaki.
I drank one on stage, and I'm like, okay, I need to go to beer because I'm not gonna be able to. It's strong, and I was like, it's a lovely
You
drink.
have-
I'm gonna go there
you
tonight.
have to
When
rum
we leave here-
responsibly.
when we leave here, I'm going down. I'm gonna say, can you make me a Shemaki and see what he says.
Yeah. Maybe it's Saki's and Shemaki.
Sakis and Shimakis.
Sakis and
That
Shumakis.
sounds like a good song title,
Well,
actually.
why not? I got a lot of them.
Hey, It sounds like I'm getting wasted. Is what it sounds like.
Sounds like I'll have what he's having.
One side of Shaggy, one side of Shewmake, and back around we go again. Woo.
And top it off with the dead rose.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
Oh
if you
my
go down to the
gosh.
conservatory, you can order the Dead Roses drink.
Can you order the red dose? I take a dead rose and a red dose.
You know, that was going to be the name of our second album because we split up right in the middle of it. We were going to call it Red Doses. That was the Dead Roses Red Doses. Yes.
It sounds like a Dr. Seuss line.
You can just call it the Bloody Roses.
The Bloody
Right.
Roses.
And to catch up the newbies, that was Pigpen's mispronunciation of Dead Roses.
Dead Roses.
I'm sure I stole it off
Became
Family
Red
Guy.
Doses.
I'm sure I stole it
And
off Family
Tipsy
Guy.
Gypsy became Tripsy Gypsy.
Where was that?
And later on, after this, we're going to interview liverworms and the flat earth.
Right.
Hey, I know them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know them,
Not
see?
quite,
You know,
but yeah.
band names are great. I was thinking about one if I got another girl
What?
band together.
Band-Aids are great.
No, new band names.
I thought you said Band-Aids
Band
were
names.
great. And I'm like, what do you chew on?
I
What
was
are you
going to put
doing over
together.
there?
I was thinking about putting together a group of punk rock girls and calling it the Toxic Twats.
Okay.
That would be awesome.
I like it.
Yeah, the Toxic Twats.
Oh, my.
So when I get done with the Dead Roses, I may start the Toxic.
Oh,
Who knows?
you go.
Who knows, man?
You just
All
never
the-
know what's coming around the corner.
Make a drink out of that, Justin Level.
there you go.
On Tuesday, we'll have specials on the...
He's like, let me get some plutonium. And what do I mix with it? Oh, I don't have any of those around in the bar. Maybe we should go on to Sunday.
Well, I just want to thank Sarah for bringing this show back up to speed because we were kind of slacking there going through that
Oh,
list,
just
and we needed a boost like that.
Give me a second and
Yeah.
a microphone. It's on.
I feel good.
Oh.
I do. I feel
Hey.
good about this.
When you make Pig Pile want to change the subject, I mean Pigpen want
Pile.
to change. No,
I'm sorry.
Jody Griner mispronounced his name on purpose the last time he was on, and has changed it to Pig Pile.
Because I do it to everybody. Because I change everybody's band, he decided to change me.
Yeah, I forget what you changed his name to, but
I don't.
you started it, and he replied
Oh, my
with,
gosh. I wonder what you call
he was
my
ready
name.
for you, remember?
I was calling Jodie Foster.
Oh, okay, that's all right. See?
See,
Yeah.
I wasn't that far off. was
He's
I?
like, "Thanks,
Jody
Pig
Grinder,
Pile."
Jodie Foster. All I know is he made me go nuts thinking about him, and I had to attempt to kill Ronald Reagan. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. She was hot in Taxi Driver when she was 12. No,
This
maybe
is
not.
why you have to listen to our show each week so you know the ongoing story. And by the way, he mispronounced the band that we're interviewing next. He called them, what'd you say, Liverworms and the Flat Earth?
Liverworms in the Flat Earth.
No,
knew what he was
it's
doing.
Liver Jones and the Flat Worms.
I thought it was Flat Bellies even. I don't know.
I know it's Liver Jones.
Right.
That was great.
Liverworms and the Flat Bellies.
I just want to fix
Flat
that.
Earth or something. Yeah, I don't know. Look, I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
I'm not in charge. Whoever let me in, it's their fault.
No, I like when you're out of control.
All right.
Careful what you ask.
Whoa, we got skin on the video, folks. You can check it out on YouTube.
That's more skin than anybody wants to see. Trust me. Trust me.
A lot of hair on them nipples.
I plucked him earlier. Ow! All right. So, where are we? What is happening here?
I think we're at Mardi Gras.
Yay!
Yeah.
The first time I went to Mardi Gras, I didn't even get it. I was like, why are they so loud? And I went out on my balcony, and someone was like, show your breasts. And I did, and they threw me jewelry. So then I dropped trowel and showed something.
Here's
Yeah,
5-cent jewelry.
The rules of that city are very
Gray.
weird. Yeah, because one thing's all great, and the other one you end up in jail. But whatever. Confusing rules in that town. So what do we got going on Sunday? Have
Well, we
anything
got stuff
Sunday?
going on, yeah.
I don't know what it is. Tell me.
Yeah, back to Sunday. Let's do Sunday real quick.
I think I know. one
Naked
thing.
Soul 1 to 5 and the Step Brothers 6 to 10 on that's Mother's Day, right? Sunday at Fast Eddie's Bon Air in Alton.
Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. You're all mothers to me. I don't know what's going
Thanks, man.
on. You're all a bunch of mothers to me. All right.
I like the Indian in the group.
I'm Jimmy Carl Black.
All right.
All right.
Kurt Copeland open mic 4 to 7 at Uncle Al's in Jerseyville.
Got Strangers,
yeah,
2
thank
to
you.
6 p.m. in Grafton Winery.
Go ahead.
Nashville Sweetheart, Ruby Lee. 2 to 6 at the Hog Pit. I think she's like 10 or something and just sings like Dolly
I think she's grown
Parton.
up since then a little bit.
I know. I like her. I remember the last time I saw her. She's 10.
People age.
Not me.
Wanted to point that out.
All right. Yacht Rockers, 3 p.m. at the loading dock. Jonathan Baker, 1 p.m. at Aries in Grafton. Then we got the Kitchens, 2 p.m. at Wild Pickens up in Chesterfield, Illinois. Adam Gaffney, 2 p.m. at the Recess Brewery in Edwardsville. Scott Marlin, 2 p.m. at Big Daddy's in Edwardsville.
And then the Skylark Brothers Duo, 5 to 8 at Copper Fire in Belleville.
There you go.
They always have some at Deutz on Sunday. They hadn't listed it yet.
Here we go.
Patrick's in Granite City as well.
Also on Sunday, you know what? It's just the last Sunday. This is not the last Sunday. We got an open mic night the last Sunday.
And you have to count those Sundays.
Well, I didn't know it said last Sunday until I started reading it. I'm like, oh, nope, can't do that one now.
Speaking of open mics,
every Saturday, karaoke at Mastermind. I
like
forgot to mention that.
I would like to personally thank Everhart and Light for all the awesome open mics that we just talked about that have been going on now for how many years? It's like 2 or 3 straight years now, at least since the last time we talked.
Yes.
It's a good one.
Yes, probably longer than that. We try.
And I bet there's been a lot of bands come out of those. And a lot of good ideas. A lot of collaboration.
Oh, the collaborations.
And I bet a little bit of fun somewhere along the way.
It's super fun. Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Friendships and just bringing people together to do what they love to do in music and leaving the real life hardships and drama at the door and come in and let your hair down and get back into your younger version of yourself and shut it all off and write some music and play it.
Right on. Sounds like a beautiful
I didn't say
way.
shit it all off. I said,
I heard when it was found. Wow, what a potty mouth on this one. I'm a clean guy. This is a family show.
Sure.
This is a family show. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I'm sorry, listeners. Pigpen would not.
What's the name of the band you're going to have?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that again. I'm so embarrassed by that. I'm bright red. Oh my gosh, these girls just.
Am I on the wrong show?
I want to hear Butterfly again. That was a great word. Butterfly is the name of.
That song just took a whole
Butterfly.
life on
Well, it's an original
own.
song that Sarah and I co-wrote, and it's one of those songs as a songwriter and co-writer. Sometimes when you co-write a song, it's more one person's than the other, but I mean, you still co-write it, but it's no. Butterfly. It was like
it was 50-50.
It was like we were playing a tennis match and we tied.
Yeah, that song.
It was so co-written.
Great.
I love it so much. It's so special.
And everybody singing on it, all the different musical talent on that song. My gosh!
Then Sam Four, like at the end, we didn't even know that was.
That was supposed to be a folk song. It just went rock real quick, and I was like, "Oh, this is great! I love it."
When Sam came in and did that, we didn't have that planned. That was like a spontaneous little happy accident in the studio.
Yes.
And so that release is coming out soon. Now, is that a 4-song EP?
4-song EP.
And that'll be under Everhart and Light. Is that the title Volume 1 or is it Butterfly?
Butterfly Volume 1.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I call it Butterfly EP.
We're hoping to see that by the weekend of May 14th, which you guys are playing at 720 at a Trinity River Fest on May 14th, and then at Chubby's on the 15th, that Saturday, and the 16th at Chubby's that weekend. Plus down the line, May 26th at Baker's and Hale. That's a Wednesday night show. June 19th at the Brighton Picnic, and June 23rd at the Alton High School Class of 73 Medicare Party.
There you go.
Yeah, our Wednesday night gig at the Baker and Hale is for their bike night.
Right.
And they wanted the Everhart and Light rock band. And we're going to bring it.
Nice. All right. Let them bikers rock it out, huh?
And I'll have my Hammond SK1 there. I call it Sky, the nickname for my Hammond.
Mm-hmm. And we're looking forward to the new Dead Roses lineup.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And tell us once again what you guys got planned coming up for this summer.
All right. Well, Bruce and I are playing the Pump House on June 5th from 5 to 9 on the patio. And then July 10th is the first official Dead Rose gig at the Conservatory from 8 to 11. super excited it's there. That's where the Dead Roses actually started. That's where we pretty much ended, and I'm stoked to have these guys back.
That's where the Dead Roses drink is, too.
Yeah, that's where the drink is. And then July 15th, we're at Evangeline's Bistro off Euclid, and we're there again August 13th at Evangeline's at 9 p.m., 9 to 10:30. We are closing the show that night. And then September 26th, Steve Ewing's Hot Dog Stand. And, I get offered gigs left and right. It is really
that's just
interesting
getting
how
started.
many gigs I've turned down over the last few months. I mean, I didn't know what to do, so I played a lot of solo shows, and I don't like playing solo. I like to banter with people on stage and have fun and jump up and down and headbang and stuff, and it's just really hard to do that when people are eating their dinner salads at a restaurant. You're just kind of sitting there like, okay, do they like me? Like, I don't know. When I do a Dead Rose show, it's somebody else. That's Sasha, my alter ego out there, and this is what you get, and she brings it, and she don't care, and off we go, and that's what I want to do. And Bruce and Tony, they hit it off right away. They immediately locked. They're locking in very well. Tony's locking in with me. Bruce is always locked in with me. This is going to come together really quickly, I think.
I'm so excited.
You know what? We buzzed right past your solo release. We didn't really talk about that much. Isn't that recent?
The solo? Oh, I was doing some recording at Lewis and Clark before I even started recording with you. I was recording with Jim Farrell. I've been in more recording studios in the last year without a band. I mean, it's funny. But no, he was grew up with my father, actually, and my dad played music in bands, too. And he introduced me to Jim, and Jim found out that, my band had split, and he said, why don't you come in here and do some recording? Because I was right in the middle of my freaking album when the band went pfft. So I have all these songs, and so I went there and did some recordings. But I don't know if I'll release those because, I don't know. I really like a full band with me. I love playing with a full band, and that's what I want to release. So I'm hoping to get that done this fall sometime, so I'll keep you posted.
I was following you. That's why I knew. Kind of stalking you. like
Stalk away.
some
There's
people
going to
do.
be some big stuff coming. I mean, there's going to be all kinds of stuff. One of the big things about the Dead Roses that I think propelled us so far so quickly was our willingness to get out there, our social media, the stuff we would put out every single day, our photo shoots, our little videos we would do. We were always doing something. So now I get to do it with these two crazy cats, and they're all about, they're like, oh yeah, let's do it, So I've got a lot of work coming up, but I'm ready for it, and let's go.
Okay, I'll be honest. I was mowing her neighbor's yard. And
I see you, yeah.
I tuned my Bluetooth into hers and pick up all the newest stuff that's coming out.
And airs it live.
I'm just kidding.
My PA has a Bluetooth capability, so that's why I'm like, really?
I think about that all the time.
Wonder
It's
what
like,
she's listening to today.
Can you do that? No, I'm listening to my own.
Yanni again? She listens to Yanni every day.
All I can hear is a dog barking over there. So
that dog,
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
that
he
poor
knows.
dog. He needs a lot of love. And
He does.
he does, yeah.
But anyways, we digress.
There
Thank you
go.
both for coming in.
Thank you for
problem.
having us.
Yeah.
And
Big news. A lot of breaking news on this show.
Right. Red
Coming from
Doses.
both Everhart and Light Camp and from the Red
ahead.
Doses
From the
Camp.
Red
From the
Doses.
Dead Roses, whatever you're called. Something like that. From the Red Doses, the Dead Roses Camp. I keep saying it back. I'm dyslexic. I already said that, so excuse me. Or I'm drunk, one of the two. It
That
don't
was
matter.
really going to be the name of the album. We loved it when you said
That's,
that. You're like, hey, it's the Red Doses coming this way. I was like, I love that.
Sarah also at
I love
Trinity
too.
Riverfest. We didn't mention, or we should mention
Yeah.
again. Sarah is also at Trinity Riverfest.
Absolutely.
That's with the Set Break Sarahs, again with Bruce and Tony, and then of course Sarah McGivney and Jen from Tipsy Gypsies joining us. And as soon as Lisa gets done, I'll be running over to that stage and taking on that show.
And when Everhart and Light begins, we're going to play a couple of the originals from the upcoming Butterfly EP Volume 1 release.
Nice.
And so that would be live at the Trinity.
Yay.
All right.
So there you go. Just let's get a little bit of a rundown here on who's playing that Trinity Riverfest, because that's coming up.
Right.
A lot of bands playing. We got Jay Sabo, Nico, Darian Rowe, the Noble Band, Synapsis, Everhart and Light, Set Break Sarahs, Hookie, the Hookie Monster, Agents of the Free, and Accidentally on Purpose. That's the Friday lineup. And then on Saturday night, it is the Sandwich Brothers Band, Aaron Joe Paddlefoot, the Graham Band, Little Known Fact, Birds of Squalor, Abigail Tate, Bastard and the Crow, Autumn Conkle, Pow Jr. 72, the Riverbend Classics Band, Roaming Home, Hive Mind, Cricket and the Grilled Avocados, The Intrusion, and Spilly Nelson, I believe. And then also, there's one more here. What is it? I
Liver
can't read
Jones
it.
and the Plant
Dean
Worm.
Justice at the very end.
Right.
Yeah, Liver Jones is. Did I miss them? They're on.
I don't know.
They are on there.
Okay.
They're supposed to be. I don't see them now.
There's so many bands.
A
I think
lot
they're
of
on
bands.
Saturday.
Yeah. And most importantly, for a good cause, right?
Yes.
TrinitiesWay.org.
Yes.
And they clean up everything around town.
They
do.
The money that Trinity raises is Trinity's Way raises goes to help cleanups all around the area, which is a lot. I mean, just
Yeah.
bags and bags of trash, and also for animals to help the club paws and Trinity loved animals and she hated litter. So there you go.
Right.
In her name, we try to take care of the animals and take care of the litter.
So if
you know,
you can-
you could, and everyone out there could really help very easily.
Right, yeah.
By just stop littering, man. I'm
Right.
sick of picking up your crap. All right.
Or go by TrinitiesWay.org and make a donation.
Yeah, and don't litter there on your way, please.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're not asking a lot.
Yeah. Or show up at Trinity River Fest and
There you
enjoy
go.
it.
And just put some money in. You know what? I'm such a jerk, though. When I know my wife's out there picking up trash, I do drive by and chuck a soda can at her just because I know. It's good for our marriage, I swear. It is.
She's going to take you down in court, dude. Because this is on tape.
She's already watched the video from this show and said abusing the elderly is enough to put me in prison for a long time. So
Yeah.
if you would please take that video off the air, and then we could just move on with our lives.
I'm not saying or not saying that she has inquired about tapes of you.
Look. Let's just get out of here because
Right.
I don't want to talk about it no more. I got stuff to do, man. I don't know what it is. I got to go over there and wait for a limo by myself.
Thanks so much for everybody for listening in. Thanks to our sponsors, Halpin Music Company, Mr. Matt Van Voorhis, Macias Insurance, and Michael Crider, Farmers Insurance Agent.
And everybody, thank your mother. Give them a big hug.
Yeah.
Or your spouse if
Take
your
them out
kids are so
somewhere
little
to
you're
see
doing
some
that.
live music and dinner,
Absolutely.
lunch, whatever on
Absolutely.
Sunday.
There you go. Get out there and enjoy your Mother's Day with your family. Thanks again, Lisa Everhart.
Thank you.
Sarah Shewmake.
Thank you.
All our sponsors, all the listeners, and all you people listening, do your homework. Take care of your mothers because it's Mother's Day, and get out and support local music and art.